bring different stakeholders into the fold: teachers, students from K through 12, university students, and just the general public as well.
And Ricardo Gomez, some people have criticized the sporadic occupations that have also occurred at various campuses across the state. What's your organization's perspective on actual civil disobedience or occupations versus just having protests or walkouts?
I mean, I personally believe in nonviolence, and I think that the issue is how these things are conducted, if they were conducted in a way that adheres to nonviolence. But I think that's my personal perspective, and I think that the decision to be nonviolent or the decision to carry out actions in a certain way is a personal decision. I think that in the past, different struggles have used building occupations and sit-ins in different ways that have been successful and that have really showed solidarity and power and student power or worker power. And so I think that those tactics are tactics, and they need to be thought about before they're done. But I personally don't feel that I'm against any type of tactic as long as it adheres to the values of nonviolence. I think that when the Wheeler occupation happened on our campus in November, 2,000 students came out in support of that occupation. And there were students who disagreed with it, and there are students who would still disagree with it. But I think if you look at the history of social movements and of successful struggles in the past, you will see that strikes, building occupations, these kinds of things have worked in the past. And I think that as long as they're done in the right manner, that they can be really successful.
Professor Ananya Roy, the makeup of the California student body at every level, the community colleges, the UC system, Cal State system, and how it's changing, and how that relates to, well, Governor Schwarzenegger cutting the Cal grants, some of them up to $9,700 a year to help middle and low-income students pay for college. At first, he had proposed the wholesale elimination of the program. Now there's some funding returning. That and other issues, how the California education system, higher education system, is changing.
Well, we are beginning to look at a systematic destruction of the system of public education in California, and I think we're feeling the effects of this. So yes, much fewer students are able to join the community college systems, to enter the UC system, not only to be able to afford a college education in California, but to even be able to get into college. The community colleges turned away 40,000 students this year. And of course, the K through 12 cuts have a huge impact on whether or not students are able to get into colleges that they deserve to be educated at. So we have seen a horrible slide in California's position in education in both the country and internationally. California now is 49th out of 50 states in the number of adults with high school education. Its position in terms of the number of adults with college education continues to slip. And this does not bode well for California's future. So if Californians care for nothing else other than economic competitiveness and job creation and economic recovery, then they have to pay attention to these trends. Many of us care for much more. We care about issues of social justice. We care about equality of opportunity. And when one cares about those issues, one has to pay attention to who is able to get into college, whether education has become a privilege for the minority or whether it is a widely held right.
Well, we will certainly follow these protests today and the whole situation in education in our country. I want to thank you, Professor Ananya Roy, teaching Urban Studies and International Development at UC Berkeley, and Ricardo Gomez, student organizer at UC Berkeley. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. When we come back, we have a debate on BDS, on boycott, divest from, and sanction Israel. We'll be speaking with a rabbi and a Palestinian human rights activist. Stay with us.
It's just the stitching time. It's perfect, I don't mind. Sailing on your endless sea. You're perfect, I don't mind. I've got your stitching mind.